Hello, welcome to Pointe Shoes Sewing 101. First, make sure you have all of your supplies that are necessary. For one shoe, you should have 2 pieces of elastic because we're going to do a crisscross. And you should have 2 equal lengths of ribbon. So most of you got one big strand of ribbon with your shoes. You would fold it in half once, snip it, fold each half in half again, snip those, and then you should have 4 equal lengths of the ribbon. Once you have your ribbon cut, you'll see some of it's going to be frayed on the edges. So I'm just going to quickly trim the fray off. And then you're going to want to burn the edge so that it doesn't continue to fray. And parents may want to help their students with this part. So I'm using this long candle lighter. Hopefully it will light. And I'm just going to quickly singe the end, like so. And be careful because it might be hot for a moment. Okay, once that's done, you are going to take your pointe shoe and carefully fold the back of the heel down so that we have it nice and centered and square, and make a mark where the heel comes in and touches the side of the shoe. I've done it in pen so you can see. You'll probably want to do it in pencil, but your ribbon will go over it. No one will see that anyway, so don't worry about it. Notice the angle that I've got it. It's the same angle that the heel is there. And when you sew your ribbon, it's going to be on that same angle, not perpendicular. Same angle, not perpendicular to the shoe. Okay, so I have my singed end. I'm going to just fold it over a couple times, like so. So I've got just this little rectangle to work with right here. And I'm going to place it going along that same angle as my little mark. And you're going to begin sewing. So to start with, I would suggest you just go ahead and go. And you're going to use pink thread. I'm using red, just so you can see it. And you're just going to stitch up and around. Like so. Don't worry about what's on the other side. No one is going to ever notice it from the stage, especially if you've got pink thread. I usually stitch up the side, across the top, down the other side, and then I knot it off and I finish there. You can make a complete rectangle if you would like to. Once you get really good with your sewing, you can just hook through the inner canvas and stitch that way rather than going through the entire shoe. But don't worry about that right now. So you're going to repeat that with each piece of ribbon. So both shoes are done with the ribbon. Then you're going to take your elastic and place it right over top of the ribbon in the same angle and everything. And sew that down pretty much in the same way. Again, once you get skilled at this, you can probably sew your ribbon and elastic at the same time instead of doing one and then the other. Once that is attached, you're going to put your shoe on. You might want to do both sides. So you've got the ribbon hanging off both sides, the elastic hanging off both sides. Put your shoe on. Take the elastic up and around your ankle and measure for the correct length for you so that you think that it'll hold the shoe on snugly but not be too tight. Then you're going to stitch the elastic down about 1 centimeter or so from the back seam of the shoe. Sorry about my dogs barking. Somebody's daring to walk down the street. Okay, so when you're completed, and then you'll do the same on the other side, you're going from one side across to the opposite side of the heel. Once you have that completed, you should have something that looks like this. 2 ribbons, elastic over top, a crisscross, and sewn onto the back. Now, you can also sew this on the inside of the shoe if you'd like, instead of on the outside. Some studios prefer that, but for now, this is fine. then when you put your shoe on, you slide your foot in through this space here. So the X is on the front of your ankle, and I will teach you how to tie the ribbon when we get to pointe class. Please don't cut any extra off the ends of your ribbons at this time. Leave them nice and long. And feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Happy sewing!